Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the Duchess of Unicorn YouTube channel, the DOU. And if you're new here, this channel is about everything, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Sometimes you get a slip of the finger here and you push the wrong, click the wrong tab. Okay, so this channel is everything Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Yes, I want to review and talk about British royal news, but this is precedence to me. This takes precedence, considering that I believe Meghan Markle is using the clout of Prince Harry. Prince Harry probably doesn't care. You know, the wealthy people don't care about people using their clout, using them as clout, unless it is detrimental to them. As soon as you see Meghan doing a slew of things that makes Prince Harry look terrible, you will see how fast the affiliation with the royals and on her terms falls down the drain quickly. Okay, so I want to just tap on this article here. You know, the description has the full disclaimer that this channel is about entertainment. It's my views and opinions that I share with you from a woman that's based in the United States, and I happen to also be biracial. Now, this is not a channel that is about hating anybody, but it is about constructive criticism and pointing out things that just don't make any effing sense, that are ridiculous. And we need to stop just being okay and nodding our heads with it, because these people are getting super wealthy and you and I are not getting any wealthier. So why not tell the truth, and why not share your opinions? So do that in the comments. And let's go ahead. Now, Prince Harry was very protective of Meghan Markle early on in their relationship, royal photographer says. I find that interesting simply because I could never marry a man who was, I guess, dressing in a Nazi uniform as some type of quote-unquote joke or some type of error. And those of you that have contacted me and said, well, that was just a costume, I beg to differ. Why then would anyone, especially royalty who have the very best education that money can buy, would ever want to be seen or associated with any type of Nazi uniform? But yet we see Meghan Markle, she hung up any type of pride and any type of affiliation against Nazism, but she will go with Black Lives Matter to promote Black Lives Matter and contact them and reach out, which I don't know if is true, but it has been seen on the media outlets online. Now, my problem with this relationship is nothing, because really it's not my voice that matters, but together, when we have a collective voice, it does matter. Now, Prince Harry was very protective of Meghan Markle early in their relationship, and I love that it says early on, as if it's saying, well, right now he's really not that protective. Sorry about my dogs. I'm sitting outside. It's a beautiful day again. And what I find interesting is that Meghan was willing to check her, I guess, her ethics at the door when she decided, yeah, Prince Harry and I should marry. Because, you know, when you're faced with gaining millions upon millions of dollars, never mind the pricelessness of being affiliated with a British royal in terms of marriage, what that can elevate her to, especially where she was in life, is phenomenal. You would probably have to question yourself to not do it. So Meghan took that leap. Prince Harry was willing to share his, I guess, clout. And I find that it's really interesting that he would with a half-black woman. I understand that Prince Harry has always been like outwardly, overly pro-black, especially when you're talking about how he loves Botswana and Africa, and he's always dancing with some African person, or he's speaking at some engagement in the country. And I just don't know anymore if I'm solidly believing that he is for the various races. And sometimes when you think, or you've been raised to think that you are better than, or that you have certain rights above the common person anywhere in the world, you won't think that what you're doing is wrong. You won't think it's a lie. You basically adopt that because that's part of your duties. And I really think it'd probably be really hard to be Prince Harry because he's probably got so many different sides to the coin, not even just two, like four. I mean, I really find it interesting how Meghan checked her morals at the door. Prince Harry decided to check his clout at the door and say, you know what? So what if this woman is taking a little bit of clout from me? You know what? That's what I'm about. My family certainly has more clout to offer. Now, the London-based photographer 62 dishes on experience working with the royal family throughout his decade-long career. Having closely observed Harry 35 and Meghan 37, no, stop lying about her age. Stop promoting that. We need to stop doing this in society. Stop promoting lies. Just speak the truth. If it's your truth, speak it and see what happens. But because it's so important to be popular over honest or just being straightforward or just sticking to the program, it's more important to have clout in today's society. Well, I don't believe that for a second, and I never will. But people like Meghan do. Even at Audi polo event, she came, but she stayed in the little tent that they have for them. Bennett recalls the first major event the couple attended together in 2017. They were really into each other. You could see that straight away. Harry was definitely looking for his Meghan, and he found her. She's brilliant. Now, she's brilliant, I agree, because anybody that can pull off going from a D-list actress in the United States, basically living in flip-flops and trying to get herself promoted in, to the red carpet is big. Then to marry into the royal family is pretty big. She pulled this off, but she did not do it alone. And we need to stop perpetuating the same myth like the unicorn. We need to stop perpetuating the same myth just like a unicorn. Meghan is the unicorn here. She is done something, some spell. She has some great. She has become a mole or a pawn, and Prince Harry has lended his clout. And I don't care what anybody says, we have to stop feeding into it and stop speaking. More people have to speak truths, not believe the giggly Meghan of Prince Charles' 70th birthday or the woman that speaks, like as if she's this debutante, which she never was. And we can see the friction that Meghan creates just by being present with a lot of the royals, and we're not buying it. But basically, Prince Harry and Meghan are now doing some, more speaking engagements are coming, so that's political. So, it's definitely political. And we also see now Meghan and Harry doing more with other charities. So these charities are benefiting from them, but we have to, and that's fine, but we have to look at why. We have to be able to investigate why and how are these charities involved with, let's say, the Clinton Foundation or the Clintons? Did the Clintons work with them before? Are the Obamas involved with these particular organizations? Or look at why Meghan is looking at certain organizations, because I feel it's not without a very deep cause. So she's not going to just show up at Homegirl Cafe or Homeboy, the Homeboy Project, what have you. She's not going to do that. There's going to be a super reason why she does that. And I read that she is looking at some other organizations. And when you think about Meghan, you know that she's not doing anything without a deep cause. And I also noticed that she's come out of the the royal realm, and she's come into a public realm and is working with a lot of nonprofits. And everybody knows that easiest way to hide your money is making a foundation or a nonprofit. And some people just use that just to gain and hide money and move money around. Think of the Clinton Foundation, how they promised, they made a campaign for Haiti, for the earthquakes in Haiti, to help all the children and the people there to rebuild houses. And eventually they only built a handful, literally like less than 5 houses in Haiti. With all their foundation money and all the donations they collected for the cause, they actually only built a handful, with like billions of dollars that were donated by organizations and people alike to the Clinton Foundation. So is Meghan going to try to make Archewell the same thing? And we have to stop this. We have to be the voice of the people, and for people to trust that they have an eye looking out for them. Because apparently there's all these other organizations and they just are turning a blind eye. Again, because people can be paid off and people can offer to scratch one's back and have another scratch theirs. Now, I'm looking at the headlines and you can see that we have a lot of headlines that amount to nothing. And they're really trying to make it out to make Meghan be like this person who's big on race. Now, she may be, because just by being biracial alone, and even just having a heart and feeling for what's going on, you can kind of want to pick a side, if you will. But when we're seeing a lot of articles trying to pin Meghan as like this little angel that has come over to help the world, and what I see is not that. I see someone who's using the situation to benefit from it. She's now signing with a major agency to get paid to do speaking events, which I don't know who wants to hear her speak, but again, on the clout of Prince Harry. Prince Harry is living in the United States, which I'm still kind of shaking my head going, what the hell would he want to live in the United States for when he has the world at his feet and he could travel anywhere in some most beautiful places, free of the things that the United States has going on right now, but yet he chooses to. Well, actually, Meghan chooses to, because she's from LA. And I noticed that they're really trying to pin Meghan as a do-gooder. And honestly, she was a person who was taking projects, I don't know, how do I say this? She was taking organizations and she was trying to be an Angelina Jolie. So she was trying to work up to being that type of level involvement, using her acting as a platform to be able to get into a little bit of politics, but as a hobbyist. So how do I say that? She was a hobbyist humanitarian. How do I say that? So yeah, I think that's going to be the coin phrase. Hobbyist humanitarian, Meghan Markle. Okay, look over these headlines. Let me know if you see some of these headlines where you're at. But Meghan Markle visiting Homeboy Industries doesn't impress me, because she's specifically targeting certain organizations. And I think that we as the people should be looking into why she's targeting these agencies. Again, i.e., are they affiliated or been affiliated with the Obamas or the Clintons or Oprah Winfrey, etc., etc., etc. And look at these agencies, and that will take us all a little time. But do your research and let me know if you find something interesting. Leave a link and let me know your thoughts in the description. I will see you in the next video. And I hope you're well. Stay safe. And also, the next wave, I've been reading, the next wave of this quarantine thing or this pandemic thing is going to be springing up between like September and the end of the year. So make sure you're stocking up on the things you need. God willing, you're able to do that even a little bit at a time. Buying water, storing your meats and foods and dry goods, because I do believe we're in for another wave of this thing that they have out there for us. I wish you well, and you're in my prayers. I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.